Very good morning, all of you. Welcome back, all of you, in online classes, class 7 science classes, and we have already started our chapter 9, that is soil, and the topic which we have discussed in the last video. In our previous video, we have discussed about the properties of soil, and we have discussed one property of soil, that is percolation, and we know that soil allows water to percolate, and we have discussed about the process of percolation, and we have discussed about the calculation of percolation rate, and then we know that the process in which water passes down slowly through the soil is called percolation of water, and water can percolate through all types of soil. The percolation rate of water tells us how fast water passes down the soil. The percolation rate of water in the soil is the volume of water in milliliters which passes down the soil per minute, and we know the formula which we are using to calculate the percolation rate is equal to volume of water, or we can say amount of water given in milliliter, and divided by time taken for this percolation, or we can say percolation time, that is given in minute, and the unit of percolation rate is milliliter per minute. So that we have discussed in our previous video. Now we are going to discuss the another property of soil, that is moisture in the soil. Moisture means water in the soil, or we can say soil contains water. Have you ever passed through a farmland during a hot summer day? Perhaps you noticed that the air above the land is shimmering. Why is it so? Try out this activity and find the answer. So by this activity we will show that soil contains water or moisture. Take a boiling tube, put 2 spoonfuls of a soil sample in it. Heat it on a flame, as you can observe in figure 9.6. One boiling tube is there and burner providing heat to this boiling tube. Let us find out what happens upon heating. Do you see water drops anywhere? If yes, where did you find them? On heating, water in the soil evaporates, moves up, and condenses on the cooler inner walls of the upper part of the boiling tube, as you can observe in the figure 9.6. Soil sample, then after providing heating on the boiling tube, inner surface of the boiling tube, you can observe that water in the soil is evaporating, moves up, and condenses on the cooler inner walls of the boiling tube, upper part of the boiling tube. On a hot summer day, the vapor coming out of the soil reflect the light, and the air above the soil seems to shimmer. So students, in this activity we can observe that tiny drops of water on the inner side of the boiling tube. When soil is heated, then water present in it evaporates and forming water vapor. This hot water vapor rises and gets cooled and condenses. So when you pass through a farmland during a hot summer day, you notice that air above the farmland is shimmering or shining with a slightly shaking light. This happens because the soil in the farmland contains water or moisture, and on a hot summer day the water evaporates to form water vapor, and the water vapor coming out from the soil reflects the sunlight, due to which the air above the soil seems to shimmer. So this is the one property of soil, that soil contains water. Now absorption of water by soil. Do all the soil absorb water to the same extent? Let us find out. Take a plastic funnel, take a filter paper or a piece of newspaper, Fold and place it as shown in the figure 9.7. So students, you can see in figure 9.7, absorption of water in the soil is showing in this figure. So we have to take a plastic funnel as you can see in the figure 9.7, then take a filter paper or a piece of newspaper sheet, then fold it and place it as you can observe in figure 9.7. Weigh 50 gram of dry powdered soil and pour it into the funnel. Measure a certain amount of water in a measuring cylinder and pour it drop by drop on the soil. You can use the dropper for this purpose. Do not let all the water fall at one spot. Pour water all over the soil. Keep pouring water till it starts dripping. Subtract the amount of water left in the measuring cylinder from the amount you started with. This is the amount of water retained by the soil. Record your result in your notebook in the following manner. So students, what we have to do in this activity, we have to take a beaker and a funnel and a filter paper. Then we have to fold the filter paper and we have to put it into the funnel. Then we have to take a 50 gram soil sample and we have to keep it in the filter paper. Then pour equal amount of water. We can say that we are taking suppose 50 ml. Then funnel and with the help of the measuring cylinder. Then pour the water drop by drop on the soil. Do not let all the water fall at one spot. Then leave the apparatus for some time till the active dripping of water from the funnel stops. Now check the volume of water collected in the cylinder, and now you have to observe that water starts dripping from funnel, get collected in the cylinder. The maximum water collect in the measuring cylinder with the funnel containing the soil. Then you can calculate the percentage of water absorbed by the soil. So how can we have to calculate? Suppose we have to take the first we have already taken the weight of the soil, that is 50 gram. Then we have taken the volume of water also in the funnel, that is 50 ml. Okay. Then volume of water collected in cylinder, that we have to measure. Suppose it is a x ml, or according to your textbook it is given suppose initial volume of water in the measuring cylinder is u ml. Then final volume of water in the measuring cylinder v ml. Then volume of water absorbed by the soil is equal to the u minus v. That means from initial volume we have to minus the final volume, that is the volume of water absorbed by the soil. So weight of water absorbed by the soil, now it is in gram, u minus v, that is in gram, because 1 ml of water has a weight equal to 1 gram. Then we can take out the percentage by applying this formula, that is u minus v upon 50 into 100, and we can repeat this activity with the different soil sample. Would you get the same result for all the sample? Discuss the result with your friends and answer the following question. Which soil would have the highest percolation rate? Which soil would have the lowest percolation rate? Bujo heard from his neighbor that 8 to 10 days after the rain, the level of the water in the pond or well rises. Which type of soil will allow water to reach a well faster and in greater amount? Which type of soil retain the highest amount of water and which retain the least? Can you suggest any method to let more rain water percolate and reach the water underground? So students, to showing the absorption of water in the soil, we are performing this activity. So in this activity we can use the different soil sample. Suppose we can take 3 cylinders, 3 glass funnels and 3 filter paper and 50 gram each of different types of soil and measuring cylinder. Then we have to take a 3 cylinder or a 3 beaker, then put a glass funnel over each of them and take a filter paper, fold them properly and fix them in each of the glass funnel. Then take equal quantity, suppose 50 gram we are taking, 50 gram of 3 types of soil, that is sandy, clay and loamy. Then put this soil in 3 different funnels and pour equal amount of water. Suppose we are taking 50 ml. So pour equal amount of water in each funnel with the help of a measuring cylinder. Then pour the water drop by drop on each type of soil, and do not let all the water fall at one spot. Then leave the apparatus for some time till active dripping of water from the funnel stops. Then collect the volume of water collected in each cylinder or beaker. Then you can observe that water start dripping from each funnel and gets collected in the beaker below or cylinder below. Then the maximum water collect in the measuring cylinder with the funnel containing sandy soil. So and very little water collects in the measuring cylinder with the funnel containing clay soil. And the percentage of the water absorbed by each type of soil can be calculated by this formula. Suppose weight of soil is taken 50 gram, volume of water poured in each funnel is 50 ml and volume of water collected in the cylinder we can take as a x ml. So the volume of water absorbed by the soil is 50 minus x ml and the weight of water absorbed by the soil is, then in gram we know that 1 ml of water has weight equal to 1 gram. So we can write down 50 minus x as a gram. Then we can apply the formula for taking out the percentage of water absorbed by the soil, that is weight of water absorbed by the soil divided by weight of the soil taken multiplied by 100. So we know that weight of soil taken is 50. So 50 minus x, that is the weight of water absorbed by the soil divided by weight of soil taken, that is 50 gram, multiply by 100, then you will get the percentage of water absorbed by the soil. So after performing this activity we will get the conclusion that clay soil absorbs most water. It has a very good water holding capacity due to its very small and tightly packed particle. Sandy soil does not absorb much water. It cannot hold much water as it has large particles with large spaces between them. And the water absorbing capacity of loamy soil is average. So this is all about the water absorption of different types of soil. Now we'll take another topic, that is soil and crops. Different types of soil are found in different parts of India. In some parts there is clay soil, in some part there is loamy soil, while in some other parts there is a sandy soil. Soil is affected by wind, rainfall, temperature, light and humidity. These are some important climatic factors which affect the soil profile and bring changes in the soil structure. The climatic factors as well as the component of the soil determine the various types of vegetation and crops that might grow in any region. Clay and loamy soils are both suitable for growing cereals like wheat and gram. Such soil are good at retaining water for paddy. Soil rich in clay and organic matter and having a good capacity to retain water are ideal. For lentils like masoor and other pulses, loamy soils which drain water easily are required. For cotton, sandy loam or loam which drain water easily and can hold plenty of air are more suitable. Crops such as wheat are grown in the fine clay soils because they are rich in humus and are very fertile. Find from your teachers, parents and farmers the type of soil and crop grown in your area. Enter the data in the following table. 9.2 that you have to do by yourself. Which kind of soil would be most suitable for planting trees? Soil with a higher or lower rate of percolation. So that you have to fill in table 9.2. So students, different types of soil are found at different places. The main factor that affect soil profile and bring about changes in the soil structure are characteristics of parent rock, plant cover and climate. Wind, rainfall, temperature, sunlight and humidity are some of the important climatic factors. The type of soil as well as the climatic factor determine the various types of vegetation and crop that might grow in any region. So we have studied that clay soil having a good capacity to retain water is required for growing paddy. Loamy soils which drain water easily are required for lentils, masoor and other pulses. Sandy loamy or loamy soil which drains water easily and can hold plenty of air is required for cotton. And clay and loamy soil are both suitable for growing cereals like wheat and gram. Such soils have good water retaining capacity. So this is all about the different types of soil and the crops which are grown in different types of soil. Students, now we'll talk about the topic that is related with the soil, that is soil erosion. The removal of land surface by water, wind or ice is known as erosion. Plant roots firmly bind the soil. In the absence of plants, soil becomes loose, so it can be moved by wind and flowing water. Erosion of soil is more severe in areas of little or no surface vegetation, such as desert or bare lands. So cutting of trees and deforestation should be prevented and efforts should be made to increase the green areas. So what is soil erosion? The process of removal of topsoil from the land by strong winds or by flowing water is called soil erosion, and this process makes the land barren, that is unfit for cultivation of crops. The main cause of soil erosion are deforestation, overgrazing by large animal population, improper farming methods or leaving the land uncultivated for a long time, forest fires, flood and heavy rainfall. So they are the main causes of soil erosion. And soil is valuable natural resource. It helps in sustaining life on the earth. So we should protect the soil by preventing its erosion. We can prevent soil erosion by planting trees and plants in large numbers, preventing overgrazing and adopting step farming in hilly areas. So we should also prevent soil pollution by proper treatment of industrial waste, proper solid waste disposal and reducing the use of fertilizers and pesticides. So soil is a valuable natural resource. So we have to protect the soil from soil pollution and from soil erosion. So students, with this topic we have completed our chapter 9, that is soil, and in this chapter we have studied about the different types of soil, that is sandy soil, clay soil and loamy soil, and we have discussed about the vertical section, that is showing different layers or horizon, that is soil profile, A horizon topsoil, B horizon subsoil, then C horizon, that is also called substratum, then D horizon, that is called bedrock. Then we know that what is the significance of soil. We know that soil is essential for growing plants and it is home to many animals. So now with this topic we have completed our chapter 9 soil. So thank you everyone.